Oh my god, we need to talk about Heated Rivalry episode 4. But I don't know if I can find words after that. Chat, I am messed up. That episode wrecked me. Oh my goodness. Give this video a like if you also want to scream into a pillow or howl at the moon like a freaking rabid werewolf. Oh my gosh, I don't know what this show is doing to me. This episode had sweet and spicy and salty all in one episode. This show, it echoes in my mind. Like long after the episode ends, like every cell in my body is so buzzing, and my favorite lines and my favorite scenes just loop on repeat in my head. Does that happen to you? Let me know in the comments. I want to know if it's just me or if the show also like echoes in your head and just lives rent free in there. All right, so let's get into it. This episode opens with an incredible montage sequence. The artistic choices that were made in this montage need to be celebrated. We see Shane and Ilya living their own separate lives on and off the ice. And there's this shot where Ilya slams into Shane. He slams him against the wall on the ice. And then it cuts to him slamming into Shane in the bed. And that, oh my gosh, cinematic excellence, the storytelling, the editing, oh my god, chef's kiss, no notes. And then we also see Ilya watching Shane on TV, and Shane wins the cup. And Ilya, he just gives the cutest smile. He's so proud of his boo, and I love to see it. There was just so much said in that little smile. So much ground is covered in his montage. We see heartbreaking scenes of Ilya caring for his ailing father. We see Shane grinding it out hard, fulfilling his endorsement contracts. We see them losing interest in the world around them and getting lost in their text messages with each other. A lot of ground is covered, a lot of time has passed, and it is done excellently. And then we cut to 2016. Shane is with his friend and teammate Hayden, and they're with Hayden's kids. And I really love the friendship chemistry between Shane and Hayden. They have a really cute banter, and it made me giggle. But I don't like how Hayden is pressuring Shane to find a nice girl and settle down. Shane is not feeling it. Shane already has enough pressure on him from his career. He doesn't need the societal pressure of people telling him to settle down. So I really feel for Shane in this, and I'm like, Hayden, ease off. But there is a section of this scene that really got me. Hayden passes Shane the baby, his little baby, and seeing Shane Hollander hold a little baby was something that warmed my heart. Like, I did not know I needed that, but that was everything. Like, Shane would make the perfect uncle. He was so cute with that baby in his hands. So that scene, it got me in a way that was unexpected. And then we cut to Boston with Ilya sitting on the couch watching a special about Shane on TV, and he's clearly longing for him. But then Svetlana comes into the room, and Ilya tries to play it off like, oh, this is so boring. But Svetlana's like, ooh, that guy, that Shane is hot. And I know Ilya wants to be like, you don't even know the hotness that is Shane Hollander, like I know. But he plays it cool, and Svetlana and Ilya get up to go out to the club together, I believe. And Svetlana is kind of clocking Ilya a little bit. She's like, are you getting serious with that girl Jane? And Ilya gets kind of uncomfortable, like, no, it's nothing, and tries to brush it off. And at the same time, we cut to Hayden teasing Shane, like, oh, is there somebody in your life you're going to see somebody? But really, Shane is making plans to secretly meet up with Ilya, but they're getting closer to getting found out, and they're both getting kind of uncomfortable. But then we go to one of my favorite sequences of the episode, if not the whole season. We get to the tuna melt sleepover. So Shane sneaks off to Ilya's mansion, and I cannot say it enough. The mansions, the settings in the show is giving me everything HGTV gives me and more. So Ilya's place is nice, But can we talk about hair and makeup for a second? Both Ilya and Shane were already stunning, but somehow in episode 4 they got a glow up. Oh my gosh, is it just me or did you see it too? Are they both looking yummier than ever? Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you noticed that. But whoever is responsible deserves some praise. The way I guess they aged them because like time passed, but they were both looking like way hotter than they were before, and I didn't even think it was possible. And it just hit me this episode that Ilya actually reminds me of Sebastian from Cruel Intentions, played by Ryan Phillippe. When I was younger, I had the biggest crush on Ryan Phillippe, and Ilya has that same kind of look, only with a little bit of Russian riz, which makes him even hotter. But let me know if you agree. Let me know if you see it. Does Ilya remind you of Sebastian a little bit? Let me know. So, as usual, this show does not disappoint when Ilya and Shane are on screen together. They have one of the best love scenes together I've seen yet. It's certainly one of the most well lit scenes. You can see all the detail. Oh my gosh, and our sweet baby Shane is all grown up. He rides that boy like a cowboy. I'm like, get it, Shane. Oh my gosh, but it's not just hot, it's also very sweet. The way they look at each other, the way they kiss each other. And Shane tries to get up and go right after. And Ilya's like, stay, please stay. I'm not done with you yet. And oh my gosh, ooh, Ilya had me swooning, and Shane stays and they cuddle up and they sleep in each other's arms, and it is the sweetest thing ever. I love seeing them all warm and cozy and domestic and romantic. And then Ilya, when they wake up, Ilya offers to make Shane a tuna melt, and it melts my whole damn heart. I lock in and I am ready for a warm and fuzzy and cozy episode. I'm like, oh, they about to boo up, and I'm so here for it. But boy, did I call that wrong. But we will get to that later. Ilya and Shane, they chill, they talk on the couch, they eat their tuna melt, and then Ilya starts bringing up hot girls he likes. And I think he's just trying to check the temperature of the relationship, trying to like check Shane's reaction. But I think it's hurting Shane. I feel uncomfortable for Shane. I can't put my finger on why, but when Ilya's talking about the hot girls, I feel uncomfortable for Shane. But for a moment, I got distracted when Ilya mentions that Svetlana is attracted to Shane. I kind of get a hunger for Hollanov Svetlana three-way. And oh my gosh, somebody should do that on AO3. I have not read any Heated Rivalry fan fiction, but if somebody can get an MMF three-way with Svetlana going, yeah, you would be my hero. But anyway, for a moment, I'm distracted by that thought. But I'm mostly just like uncomfortable for Shane, and I'm like, oh, why is Ilya bringing up girls? So, like I said, I think he's just trying to test Shane a little bit. And they talk, but it's mostly going pretty well. They're a little bit far away from each other on the couch, but then Ilya gets a distressing call from his family. It's a very stressful call. His father is not doing well. His brother is dropping the ball as usual, and this call really stresses him out. And it turns out that Shane actually understood part of the call, even though it was in Russian, and the look on Ilya's face when he realizes Shane kind of knows what's going on with him, like the acting is, oh my gosh, impeccable. But it's clear Ilya just wants to forget about what's going on with his family and lose himself in Shane. So he pulls Shane in for a cuddle, and the tenderness between them, like it escalates into a love scene, but it's a true intimacy scene. The way Ilya is playing in Shane's hair, the way Shane is kissing Ilya's stomach, like it is so tender. But then because it is Hollanov, it is Ilya and Shane, it gets super freaking hot. Like I said, the scene is well lit. These are some very well lit scenes, which I'm not used to in this series. And Shane mounts Ilya, and they don't even go all the way, but they do some things, and it's intense. The way they're like all up in each other's faces, the way they're looking at each other, their micro expressions, the little noises they're making, the way they're breathing. And oh my God, I felt like I was right there in the scene with them. I felt the scene in every fiber of my being. Like my heart rate was through the freaking roof. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And then at the peak of the intimacy, Ilya calls him Shane. He calls him by his first name for the first time. And then Shane calls him Ilya. And oh my gosh, my endorphins are rushing. I am flying high. I'm like, woo, the scene. But then Shane freaks the hell out. And he's like, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. I can't do this. He starts getting dressed, and Ilya begs him to stay. He doesn't even say anything. He's just like, Hollanov. And I mean, Hollander. And he just tries to correct and say his last name, but it's too late. Shane is freaking all the way out, and Ilya is pleading with his eyes and his whole mannerisms. And I feel for both of them. Like, Shane is clearly so panicked. I just want to calm him down and breathe with him. But Ilya, his heart is breaking. He has the weight of his family on his shoulders, and he has the man he loves walking out on him. And I just want to comfort him. But this scene crushed me. It went from so tender and so sweet to, like I said, soul crushing. I'm glad I managed to avoid spoilers for this episode, so I didn't know what to expect. I was on a full-on roller coaster, and it had all the sugar and all the spice. It had all the things, but then it got really, really salty. Like I said, it's sweet, spicy, and salty in this episode all the way through. So Shane leaves, and I am crushed, but at least he thanks him for the tuna melt on the way out the door. All right, so our sweet baby Shane is not handling the breakup very well. He is more tightly wound than usual. He's getting irritable with his parents, and they're worried about him. And I just want to rub Shane's shoulders and be like, take a deep breath, go back to your boo Ilya where you belong. But even if I could jump through the screen and tell him that, he probably wouldn't listen. So Shane is all tightly wound, but he goes out to a club with his friends, and he hits it off with this famous actress, Rose. And side note though, can we talk about how Rose was moaning over those fries? It was given when Harry met Sally, I'll have what she's having. But those fries were looking good, but Rose is really enjoying them. And Rose and Shane were really enjoying each other's company. They really like opened up to each other, really clicked. And it was nice to see Shane finally relaxing and being himself and unwinding. That was really nice to see. So Shane and Rose become an item. They become a media sensation, kind of similar to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. It was really reminding me of Travis and Taylor. And Ilya sees Shane and Rose in the media, and it totally messes with his head. Like, their relationship has Rozanov all messed up. And that scene where Rozanov stubs his toe cracks me up. Like, I felt for him, but that shit was funny, man. It really got me. Okay, at this point, when I'm watching the episode for the first time, I have no idea where we are in the episode. Like, I am not watching the timeline, so I think, like, I don't realize the show is getting close to the end. But we go to a game where Shane and Ilya play each other, and neither one of them play well. And Shane goes out to the club afterwards to blow off some steam and spend time with Rose. And I love a good club scene. I love club scenes in movies and books, but I was not ready for this club scene. Oh my gosh, we cut to Ilya in his hotel, and he is crawling out of his skin. Like, the man misses Shane so much, he's about to explode. So he goes to the club to find somebody to distract him, find someone to hook up with. And we cut to Ilya entering the club, and my whole life changes. The tattoo needle drops. All the things she said plays, and Jacob Tierny unleashes the best, most well executed and intense sequence I've ever seen on TV before in my life. No exaggeration. So all the things she said is playing, and the look on Ilya's face when he realizes that Shane is in the club with him, and when Shane realizes Ilya's there, and the way the lyrics fit the story perfectly, it is insane. So we see Shane looking longingly at Ilya as Ilya's trying to distract himself with a woman, but he's looking back longingly at Shane. And oh my gosh. And then we juxtapose these different scenes of Shane getting it with Rose, but like reluctantly so, but he's getting it with Rose while thinking of Ilya, and Ilya is in the shower getting it alone while thinking of Shane. And the scene just is so intense and it crescendos, and they're mixing two different remixes of all the things she said. And like I was saying, the lyrics fit the story perfectly. It could not be more fit. Just everything comes together. The acting, you could see the longing and the yearning and the angst and the pain in both Shane and Ilya's eyes. And the cinematography, the lighting, the editing, the music, the acting, everything. 10 out of 10, no notes. Oh my gosh, this scene destroyed me. I was shook after. I didn't even realize I was watching a TV show until all of a sudden the credits started rolling, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? What did this show do to me? Like, oh my gosh, my face was flushed, my skin was hot. Apparently I got Hollanov Fever because I felt like I was on fire. My eyes were tearing, my heart rate was up. That scene was intense, but I am not mad. That was an experience. So I think it's an understatement to say that episode 4 was one of the best episodes yet. They keep outdoing themselves. Like I said, this episode had sweet and spicy and salty. It was hella salty, but I'm actually kind of masochistic. I'm a sucker for angst, and this episode definitely delivered the angst. But it was, like I said, sweet and spicy. Like, how do you wrap all of that in under an hour? I want to know what Rachel Reed was on when she created this story and these characters. Was she injecting aphrodisiacs straight into her veins? And what did Jacob Tierny put in the screenplay? He put crack in the Heated Rivalry punch, because I am jonesing for the next episode already. I am jonesing the way Ilya and Shane jones for each other. Talk about living and experiencing life through the characters. I am feeling what they are feeling. But you know what? I do like the weekly drops. I like the suspense. I like the anticipation. Because if everything dropped at once, I would have experienced it way too quickly. I like that I get to savor it and like marinate on the episode and let it like resound through my mind and like permeate through my being. So I like the weekly drops, and it's old school. I'm old enough to remember. A lot of y'all are probably too young, but I'm old enough to remember when you not only have to wait every week for a new episode to drop, you have to be in front of the television at a certain time so you would miss it. So we're going back to the old days, but it is incredible. Everyone in this show deserves a round of applause. And season 2 got greenlit. I'm so fucking excited. I could not be happier. I'm so happy there's going to be a season 2. Our prayers have been answered. Thank you, HBO. Thank you, Crave. And thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please share the video. If you feel like it, like and subscribe. And I love discussing the show, so let me know in the comments what you thought of episode 4. Do you agree with me that it's the best episode yet? And what was your reaction to that last club sequence? I am dying to know how you experienced it. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Like and subscribe.